Hello everybody and welcome back to our 4th Age Rhovanion campaign. We are here ambushing Lieutenant Wardor just north of Tham, so let's jump into this fight. This is apt to be a fairly straightforward one, but it's a great opportunity for us to deal with some of the more troublesome units in a very small, controlled manner, where we have a huge advantage. And yeah, they're all strung out here. It's a nice open battlefield too, which is a little unusual for these kinds of ambushes. Let's set up our cav and our skirmishers the way that I like them, and we'll take our token spears back here. Alright, that's not quite all of the cav. Where's the rest of you guys? Okay. There we go. Just like that. Okay, they're moving their general away, so let's move over here. And we're just going to be shooting. Now, their cav may charge in. These are some riders of Rhun. Yeah, they are. They're just moving, they're just going straight for my archers. Which does give me a nice opportunity to take the cavalry out. Let's hit their archers. And we've got their general running into our Rhovanion spearmen, which is actually perfect. And there he goes. Now we want to grab the Eastland Raiders. Let's move. Okay, so we got their archers out of the way. Spearmen are right there. Let's move out of their way. Skirmishers are close enough to fire at those spearmen. Let's move our stronger cav up towards this side of the battlefield. And now it's just kind of playing keep away. I think we shouldn't have any trouble taking out these Easterling Warband. We do want to catch the spearmen, though. So if it looks like they're going to flee, I want to get right over there. Yeah, Axeman routing. Very, very good. Close enough to throw javelins, and they are going to charge. It's going to mean they're turning and, well, theoretically presenting an opening. Oops. We're going to hit them from both sides here, and they're broken. Great. I think that ought to do it. So we'll see what the AI does now, because when you take out an army like in an ambush, a lot of times they will have another army attack you. So it is the AI's turn, and so they may do that. But hard to complain about this. Let's see. Ugh, we did lose quite a few men, more than I would have liked. Yes, they do have another army coming right from Tham. 2 spearmen in this one. 2 axemen, 2 skirmishers. So nothing too threatening there. This is another good opportunity, honestly. We're not going to accomplish too much, with this army. In a sense. As you have observed, we have not accomplished very much with this army. Apart from, I would say, drawing the enemy, in particular directions. I would argue that we have accomplished that much, at least. So, although we're not taking territory and holding it ourselves, the fact that we're pulling the army towards us, Rhun's army, that is worth something. It means that they're not pressuring us quite as much in our homelands, and we haven't been under siege by them since really the beginning of the war, and that's the way we want it. But I think with this episode, I think things are going to start to change, because not so much this army, although Bane of Rhovanost here is doing some good work, right? But his army, although it's in some ways the army that's going to get the glory, it's not really the army that's going to win the war. That honor is going to go to the army that is over in the west, in the Western Theater. The army that is, at the moment, without a general, that is assembling right near Bregestelad. That army is going to be the one that really changes the outcome. They're going to be the unsung heroes of the war. Let's get out of here. Because that army is going to, well, it's going to allow us to move and take and hold territory. All right, we got these two skirmishers now routing. The spearmen are after us. I would rather not engage them just yet. Some axemen coming down here. And some spearmen over here. Let's bring the cavalry over. Oh, come on. Alright, those spearmen are going to get hurt. And these spearmen are still following us, so let's let them keep following us. Here's axemen. So let's get all of our cavalry around these spears. 36 of them versus 48 Rhovanion foresters. I think we'll be fine. Alright, apologies for that. If you hear any ringing or any weird edits, I am getting some phone calls here. Not to brag or anything, but I do get the occasional phone call. You know how it is. Alright, Spearmen of Rhun are now backing off. So I do want to hit them, because I don't want them to get away. Alright, we're actually engaging with the Spearmen. Let's throw in. And actually, they just routed from my light cav, so wonderful stuff here. And now let's stop throwing, and we will chase them. And we'll just clean up the rest of the battlefield here. So yeah, again, definitely taking losses. But this is all part of clearing out the center of Rhun's territory. We took about 20 losses there. That's actually a lot better than the ambush was. And this is going to, pull some larger armies towards us, I guess, in theory. Let's see what else they do, if anything, this turn. They've got the initiative. Okay, so they brought an army down from Raycoast. All right, let's see here. Raycoast is looking very, very vulnerable in a way that Tham is not any longer. And so here's what I'm thinking about Tham. We've got, 2 units here. I don't know what that is. We've got 4 up here, and we've got, 7 down here with a general. Let's get the scout over to see what that is. It's some basic stuff, but I don't want to put Tham under siege and then fight like these collective forces and maybe another one off in the fog of war somewhere. So instead, let's check our news. Instead, I think we'll do one more battle, and we will attack Lieutenant Gan next. And the idea will be, once we win, to move up to Raycoast, because there's nobody coming. No one is coming to help Rhun up around Raycoast. Whereas if we besiege Tham, they're going to have potential armies around here. So we take Raycoast and we hold it. Meanwhile, we send this army down here. We're close enough to Bregestelad that it might invite them to attack us. We'll get some more scouts ready, and we'll bring our spy down right near the city. Oh, geez, okay. So there's a big army. So we may get hit by this. And that'll be a very important fight indeed. Well, that's what we're here to do. More scouts everywhere, please. And let's bring down the reinforcements. We also trained some swordsmen last turn. We'll bring them down too. It's going to take them a while, but... up in the north, Hjorth has finished its fiefdom dominion, so I think we'll go for the construction charter up here. Start to get the lumber resource exploited. And we were going to check out this side of the map, because there's some... Yes, indeed. Check this out. Okay, we've got Entwade fallen to Dunland. Some of their finest Tier 1 units, it looks like. They brought the Tribal Spearmen. They've brought the Dunlandish Huntsmen. Nothing over Tier 2, except for these are Tier 3 Warhounds. But Dunland, man. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, so they wanted to ally with us last turn, I think. They're doing great. And I can see that they own the Westfold, too. I can just barely see. Okay, this is the West Emnet. They also own this, which means they own Helm's Deep, ladies and gentlemen. Dunland has taken the Hornburg. And if they've taken that, they've probably also taken Dunfrecka. So here's what I think happened. I think this devastation is Dunland re-sieging Dunfrecka. Initially, Rohan starts with this. But I think they took it from Dunland, and then Dunland recently took it back. Took Hornburg, took Entwade, and is trying, maybe even right now, to take Edoras. It looks like, yeah, Eastfold, that fold is Edoras. Eastfold is the settlement of Aldburg, right down here somewhere, I think. And I don't know what's going on down here. This is initially held by a Dunabar. Looks like a tiny bit of devastation next to the settlement here. So hard to tell, but I'm going to definitely get my spy going around here to see just how well they're doing. This means that all of a sudden I'm, considerably less worried about Rohan. I was very, very concerned that they were just going to dominate everywhere and then attack me very soon. But this explains why they're being very slow to take like Thrimfeld and even to move away from Mid-Deeping. It's like they've lost some core territories and now they don't know what to do anymore. We do see the Reunited Kingdom on Dunabar's territory, so they may be doing well. Really hard to say, but this is good. Keep things difficult for Rohan for as long as possible. That's what I would like to see happen. Let's go for tanneries and woolmakers here. Eventually that'll allow us to get improved armor. But meanwhile, see, we can move our spy around a little bit more. And let's see, since we're going north, let's send the spy up just to see if there's anyone in the area who could follow us to Raycoast. And there's not. Unless there's someone hiding in the trees, our path to Raycoast is basically wide open once we deal with this. All right. So we are attacking. What I don't want the AI to do is run away from me. So I'm going to send my cavalry kind of on either side so we can kind of swoop forward. I'm going to send my slingers right up front, the archers behind. Skirmishers over here, spearmen over here. Let's rush them forward. They don't have much. I mean, they've got archers, spearmen, warband, Eastland raiders. I just want to catch these guys so we can eliminate the army here. All right, let's halt here. Everyone can now hit everything. You guys can halt too. You guys can start coming in around the sides. Let's have you hit the Eastland raiders and you as well. And we're going to go kind of around. We want to deal with the archers and also kind of corner the spears. There goes the enemy general. Warband are marching along steadily. Let's halt that. Alright, Warband, I think we can deal with you. They're wavering, and they'll probably rout before I get my cav up there. The spearmen are routing already. Awesome. Alright, so we're definitely going to wipe out this force. Alright, let's get you away from the friendly fire, because everyone's shooting those spearmen. And we'll probably just eliminate them with arrows and slings. Beautiful. So they're not getting back to Ray Coast. And, yeah, we lost another 50 men. But there's only 2, and there may be 3 units in Ray Coast. Well, actually, no. If we can get there this turn, there should be only 2 units up there. One of them is skirmishers. So, again, not too concerned. All right. No mercenaries in the area, sadly, but we're going to do it. Let's queue up some rams and see if we can see what they have. All I can see is the skirmishers here. I bet there's a warband or something. But down here, down by Tham, looking very, very weak. Again, well, a lot's going to depend on how this battle goes. If we call this guy over to us and eliminate that army, then I think we're in a great position. Alright, did we have some other spies moving around? Let's see. I think I want to train some. Because another thing that's occurring to me is we probably have spies in Nerrig-Zagil. The extreme unrest is now completely gone. And it's not just because we finished that fiefdom dominion up in Hjorth. There was something else going on. I think we were up to like 70% unrest, so that was probably an enemy spy. So we'll get our own and bring them down here. All we've got now is an emissary just to prevent bribes. But yeah, I think otherwise we're pretty good. Let's take a look at our other scouts. We got one in Hjorth. Upper Anduin Vales, he's keeping an eye on Framsburg. One is inside Esgaroth. Yep, he's in Hjorth. One in Dale. And everyone else has moved. So let's end the season. And they're going to attack us. Oh, we've already done like 3 battles this episode. Do I want to do one more? Well, it feels like kind of an important one. And the episode feels short so far, so let's plunge in. We are outnumbered by quite a lot, but we've got the cav superiority for sure. They got 2 spearmen. We'll just have to be careful. And hope that our that our assembled forces, which are leaderless, no general, can do it. So we definitely want to be sniping the enemy general. Now our captain is actually this guy, Rhovanion Spearman, which is kind of nice in a way because it means we are freed up to use our March Wardens, like our best cavalry, a little more aggressively. So I think we'll set up over here. We're very, very open in terms of the terrain. We do have to be careful with our general because our army is quite flimsy. Two mercenaries and I think 3 scouts. Yep. So that's it. It doesn't look like much, does it? All right. They've got their general nice and embedded amongst their infantry. But all they've got is some forester levies. Now, you know, for range, they've got one of those. They've got some skirmishers. They've got some spearmen. We do have to be a little careful of them. Alright, let's take out these Eastland Raiders quick. And, same with these. Get in position to take out this unit of axemen. Actually, nope. General. Right, let's get out of there. Chieftain's Guard left himself open. We've not broken these raiders yet. Let's get out. And we're vulnerable to morale problems because we don't have a general. We've caught up the enemy general, though. Let's get out of here.
Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
Got him. Come on. Right, this is Axemen of Rhun. Let's hit that warband and hit this warband. And Axemen of Rhun, let's hit them. We gotta do better at this. They're shaken already. Yeah, but see, look at my guys are routing. They may come back. Oh, come on. Get out. Follow the routers and see if we can support them. Alright. Alright, they did come back? Nope. Yes, they did. They just did. Let's keep you away. What's that? Some axemen? Alright, we'll hit them in the back. I think we can break them. But here we've got some problems. These axemen over here are winning easily. Alright, come on. Losing heavily, shaken, but we got axemen coming in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Broken. Okay, get out. Everybody out. Over here, what are we doing? Bowman mercenaries, axemen. Okay, we'll hit these guys. Winning easily. This is our general fighting here, so we need to just start throwing in. Let's bring all the cav down here, because we can. All these guys will have to follow us. And I'd really rather not lose my general. Axemen are wavering. Spearmen of Rhun. Well, we're going to throw in and see how that works. There go these axemen finally. Let's throw everybody down here. I mean, this is not a pretty battle. Yeah. You do that. You spearmen get over here. Wavering, shaken. I think we're going to be all right. Yeah. They've got a unit over here of spearmen, which we may not be able to get. Whew. And this, we've got, it looks like a lot of warband, some forester levies, and some axes. Okay. The hard part is now done. We're going to catch our Rhovanion foresters, I would imagine. It's not the worst thing in the world. These guys we do have to watch out for because they do have spears as a melee weapon as well. And they hold up a little better than you would expect for a tier 1. Okay, so there's the general. Here's some bowmen. Let's get them kind of turned the right way. Skirmishers are throwing at us, which is super annoying. Yep. We've got Warband charging at us, I guess. You know what? I think it's time just to say, screw you, everybody. We've got you surrounded now. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Let's send the March Wardens over here towards the spears. We're still chasing my foresters. Foresters every now and then getting a couple of casts in with their javelins, which is beautiful to see. Means they are inflicting some casualties here, even as they stay out of range. And we do outnumber them now, but we are shaken. We just need to get into a position where we can wavering, there we go. I could have timed that a little bit better. But heroic victory. We're down, 230 or so men. But very nice to get that out of the way. And that opens up Bray Gestelad, or it should. We'll get the scout around just to make sure there's not another huge army waiting. I don't think so, though. Okay, there's that army settling up into Tham, and notice we were not attacked at Rakos, which means this coming turn, we're going to take it. We've got a suitable husband. Great, competent governor and commander. He is a wilderman. Ooh, only the good stuff. So he gets +1 command of Cav and plus 10% movement points. I think they normally get a penalty to tax income. But that doesn't matter with this guy. He doesn't get that. He's energetic. He is overbold. But I think still he's going to make a better captain than a governor. So we will definitely take him. And you know where we're going to use him is down towards Bray Gestelad. We're going to move him through our territory down here because we are, we're closing in now. Let's move the scouts. Yeah, let's keep moving the scouts around. I think what I may want to do, it's a little contrary to the way I've been fighting this in the past, but I may want to go ahead and just take the settlement and then sit in there because I've got some infantry. Well, it's not a lot. We'll see. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at our stuff here, and then we'll make that decision. We've got another scout in Esgroth, and he was going to move to Nereg Zagil to counter-spy. And it looks like Rhovanion has retained Rathwin. They've got a nice Cold War going on currently, which is great news for me, keeping Rhovanion busy enough to not attack, keeping North Rhun weak enough to not start threatening me. Just ideal. All right, let's take a closer look at Rhohan, rather. And they did not even try to take Entwade this turn. They're kind of moving their armies away from it, it looks like. Let's go over here. And, yeah, they've got... it's not under siege, but it is threatened. They've got some good units in here, but the tiny unit size, or tiny size of the banner there, means that this is a very small army. You can tell they've got like just 12, 15, 17 men in some of these units. This army is not great, but Dunland can crank these guys out. They've got the population and the income for it easily. These guys are cheap. They're numerous. I think they do well on the auto-resolve because just about every unit has javelins, so they've got a nice missile attack. So, yeah, they're doing great. Let's take a look at Helm's Deep. Yeah, Hornburg, completely protected. Now, they may get a revolt, but they've already damaged Rhohan just tremendously. This is just wonderful news. And let's see what it looks like over here. And, yeah, Eisenmarch, that's in the hands of Dunland. I can't see anything else, but Rhohan has not made a dent, and they've been pushed back. And they are under severe threat, which is just beautiful to see. All right, we get this scout down here. Oh man, Adunabar is still looking good around Austin Agarlad. Decent force. Reunited Kingdom has not managed to break through there anyway. But we'll send the scout down through Ithilien. See how things look deeper in. And then we've got some more scouts to deal with. Where's the other? Okay, this guy right here. I'm going to bring him down. Okay, we've got an army that does badly want to go up and hit us at Raycoast, but we're going to get in there before he can. Okay, doesn't look like anybody really approaching. Let's send this guy into the west just to see what Rhun has. And I kind of want to see... Okay. So, Rhun does not have Mordor North, which is this settlement. Starts off Rebel. They don't have it, which means they may not have this one either, which means they only have this, a settlement over here, Tham, Raycost, which is under siege. They do have Thordram, which I'm going to let them have for now, and they've got these two. So they're hurting. Let's go over a little further, and I'm not seeing anything else. Now, you never know. There might be another big army somewhere around here. But yeah, our decision now is precisely what to do with this configuration of armies. Here we've got, you know, some a general, 2 axemen, some foresters, riders of Rhun. Inside the settlement, they've got some spearmen, they've got some foresters. And what are you? A couple more spearmen. So they're sending some kind of heavy hitters around. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So then, do I go for this army and then kind of circle back? Do I go for this army? Or do I take the settlement and then wait for them to attack me? I think I want to take out some of these armies in the field. So we'll decide the order in which we're going to do that next, folks. What we're going to probably do off camera is take Raycoast because it's just some skirmishers. Let's see what the other unit is inside here. Just by queuing up an assault, skirmishers, and spearmen of Rhun. We can deal with that. We're just going to just do that off camera. And then what we will show is the cleaning up of the area around Breg Estelad. The one last thing that we're going to do is we do have to set up consultation, go for the military policy, and then we can build our 3rd tier of hosting halls. So a couple more turns, I promise, and then we will be well on our way to Mountain Guards. But next episode, we're going to be consolidating in the wake of our victory here. And we will need to keep supplying them with reinforcements, keep our troops moving over into the east. And yeah, I think we're about to see this campaign really take a big turn. So join me in the next episode where yeah, I think we turn the corner. Thank you for watching, and I'll check you out. Until then, take care.